Welcome, welcome,
Welcome, welcome,
welcome, welcome.
welcome. Time to watch USA versus Canada. What is it? Championship of the
Four
Four
Nations.
Nations tournament. USA, baby, let's go.
This has been like this 2 weeks could not have gone any better as far as growing the game of hockey. Um, it's felt like time stops every time a game's going on, and every single game, even like not the United States, they've done over.
Yeah, we're here. We're ready. So, as a hockey newbie, is this what replaced essentially their All Star game format, or I think that's what I understood.
Yeah, they replaced this year's All Star game. Going forward, they're going to have the Olympics and then the World Cup of Hockey,
Okay.
but it's going to like be staggered.
Okay.
Yeah, World Cup of Hockey will be every other year, and then the Olympics is every 4 years. So there will be an All-Star game in there.
Okay.
Like every 3 or so years, probably.
But they had been begging to get best on best hockey for like 8-9 years, and now that we finally got it, it's kind of like it built up.
Yeah.
So much, and now we're here.
Like they needed it to. What a legend.
I hate Mark Stone.
Right.
Yep.
There we go.
What's up, boy?
Just in time. Oh. We'll take Fussy.
Desi Hockey shows up with the stash. Love it. Playoff beard.
It's feathered and lethal.
Those are words for it, I guess.
Crazy to think I'm going to be here more than 10 seconds, but yeah.
Well, every patriotic ounce you
Oh
have.
yeah, dude.
I've seen USA jersey.
Oh, let's go.
There we go. We've got all the sports represented except for hockey with the USA, so that's good.
I think this is last year's put them all that.
What pin do you have on it?
So,
That's,
so we're
that's
the hat guys.
crazy. That's crazy. American flag in the H? That's so sick.
All right, non-hockey people, what are we looking for in the first minute?
Mike Rose, he was in Miracle, right? This guy? He was
Yeah.
he was the actor? Oh, he's wearing 13. Damn, that's actually...
Okay, I kind of need that jersey now.
That's
good.
the guy who passed away, right?
Yeah, he was like to non-hockey knowers. That guy was like Kyle Tucker for his talent, and
He was that young, like up and coming.
he was Johnny Hockey. He would have been playing in this game.
Yeah. Was he 27?
Yeah,
So his backstory, he just passed away recently, or
He was the day before his sister's wedding. They were biking, got hit by.
heard about that. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Because
yeah.
his brother played for a while, right?
yeah, his brother
Yeah.
played too,
He was an
hear that.
AHL guy, yeah.
and his wife just found out she was pregnant.
Yeah, I did hear that. That's like crazy.
yeah, that's
like the worst possible timing of like all time.
of all time.
Yeah,
Of all time.
all time.
Also, like Johnny Hockey, but like Johnny Football, Johnny Baseball, Johnny Basketball. Like, that's an all-time.
Yeah.
Like, that's like an all-time sports thing.
Does it work for basketball and baseball, though?
Basketball. Larry basketball, that works.
Does it?
A lot of time it did. Now it's just Jordan basketball.
I don't know. Johnny Hockey and Johnny Football they roll off the
Johnny
tongue.
Hockey's pretty.
Johnny Hockey's incredible. There'll be never be another.
I need a Houston team ASAP, man. So hard to watch Ducks games.
Did y'all see New
West
Orleans?
Coast, like, start at 9 o'clock every night.
Yeah, I did hear about it.
I'm whoever wins.
He's a big Florida Panthers fan right now.
I
Right,
was-
Stanley Cup champs.
Yeah, I'm whoever's an overall like minus
I just know the
300.
one team I can't stand is the Lightning. I had a
At one point, I was a Lightning fan because they were winning. So
bro,
that was me.
I had a
Dick.
gunny in the Marine Corps, man. He was a huge Lightning fan, and I hated that guy. So I've always prayed on their downfall.
Yeah, 2020 still hurts, so I'm in on hating the Lightning.
So the Stars are what? 2020 and 2024. 0-2.
They went to the Cup final in 2020, and then
Lost.
23 and 24 they lost in the Western Conference final.
They're 0 for the last 3.
Yeah, but we got a cup in '99, so that
Okay,
counts.
well,
I was 3. I don't
Y2K didn't even happen yet. So
remember. I got a real hat. 1999 Stars Cup.
that's tough tickets. 0 for your last 3. That was.
And I think didn't they go
That
to
was
the
me
final
with
in
the Astros and
2000?
Braves. I was like, this is it, dude. This sucks, dude. Like, what are we? You're like,
Yeah, I think they went to the Cup final in 2002, like 2000 as well, like back-to-back years. They won the President's Trophy a couple of times in that little run, 98, 99.
President's Trophy is like the best record in the regular season. It's like a big thing.
Dude, oh Canada,
What the hell out of it immediately.
oh Canada kind of slaps. It's a great anthem. I can't lie.
I like a good boo off.
Yeah, I'm fine
Yeah,
with booze, I guess.
The thing about like they were in Montreal, like that's a different.
Yeah, that's French Canadian. That's
like they actually.
that's
do
pure.
this.
Yeah, that's pure hate.
The Tim Hortons sponsorship on the helmets is also a nice touch. That's good. Good for Canada, you know? Hope that's the
like
last of the
I
good
like
things tonight.
Cindy Kid's such a sick name, dude. And then do it for like 2 decades.
Pretty good.
He's just either like super loved or just super hated.
Well, a lot of people think he'll get traded because Pittsburgh's like. He wants
he, 40?
He's 37 or 38. I think he's 37. And
He's never played for another team, right?
no,
That'd be crazy.
like Pittsburgh, man.
They're that bad right now.
Yeah.
This would be a
Like
thing.
Canada's first line is insane. I can't even.
Dude. Garden is gardening.
Yeah, I need some
Where-
more hate from the Boston.
Where they
crowd.
at?
Boston.
Garden? Boston?
The secondary garden.
Great drums.
He's ready to go.
He's damn.
He's ready
Dude,
to go.
that is wired. That is wired. When you start doing this
Yeah.
and you start biting that, that's you're locked.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, dude, this crowd's
Look at
gonna be.
this.
That's a
There's-
shot,
there's
dude. That is a shot right there.
Yeah.
That's a
There's
shot.
one thing about hockey fans, man. I miss going to hockey games.
Oh,
gosh.
What a hit.
Banger. Fired up.
Oh, yeah, she knew.
Yeah.
Look, she knew.
Yeah, she
That's when
knew.
you know the moment.
Yeah.
I love her.
What
I'm
a
in love.
performer.
I love her. I'm so in
I'd
love.
marry her.
Oh, my goodness.
I need Freebird at least 3 times.
Freebird
4
Oh,
times.
at least
my.
3 times. Oh, man. Hey, Stoney, are the Stars playing next weekend at home any?
Yeah, I think the 28th.
Is that
It's
Friday?
like Friday or Saturday. I can't remember.
Man, I wonder
Are we live on YouTube, Josh? What are you live on?
YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah, like wings, centers, defensemen, it's almost a wash, but it's not a wash in goalie. Like, we clearly have a better goalie than they do.
Who's our goalie?
Connor Hellebuyck, he plays for the Winnipeg Jets.
Could be a sleeper agent. Think about it.
But man, I know one goalie, and that's Gibby.
I know Stoney's guy.
Little otter.
Otter.
The Otter guy.
He's back up, but it's all right. We love backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, you always got to have one. He had a good game against Sweden.
Where's Brian? What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Huh?
Dude, playing for Team USA has got to be the greatest feeling ever.
I'm going to the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, dude.
Dude, we were there. We were there for Team USA Japan in a
You were?
suite. The greatest sporting experience I've ever.
I think tickets are already on sale.
Are they really?
I think. I looked the other day.
I will say this:
Man.
WBC is the greatest.
USA.
Let's
Start
fucking
the
go,
chant,
boys.
Kush. Start the chant, Kush. Man. I see what my schedule's like next Friday night. I might swing out I'm gonna be up there next weekend. My kids got a tournament up there.
Oh shit!
We're driving up Friday, so
He's on his way. He's on his way. He's on his way. He's on his way. We're going
Yeah,
live
June.
tomorrow, by the way.
yeah,
Junior, Stars play Friday.
Friday.
Yep.
I'm driving up Friday afternoon, so
7 o'clock game.
You gotta go to a Stars game, dude.
dude, I might have to.
You have to.
I gotta see what the schedule's like for the team.
Yeah, how was that? How was that, boys? Was it awesome? It was sick.
My first hockey game was an AHL game. It was like the goals inaugural year. Some dude got hip checked, face planted on the ice, came up bleeding like in the first 5 minutes. I was sold. I was like, this is my sport.
We went to the Stars Golden Knights, which are 2 of the
Top teams, yeah.
Back and forth game. The Stars sell out. Like, dude, they sell out. Like, I know it's not a traditional hockey market, but they sell out.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think Houston would absolutely kill it in the market.
I mean, no one's watching, so I'm just gonna say it. You want to hear the secret sauce of what's happening in here in Houston? I think I could say it. Statute of limitations. So, I know the group that is potentially going to buy the Houston team.
Mhm.
We don't, because the NHL is asking for a lot.
Yeah.
Allegedly, lawyers, look at me. I don't know the camera. Allegedly, that group will be like, "Hey, Crane, what's up?" So we're either getting a hockey team or new, and with a motivated group.
Yeah.
Either way, Houston's would be great. But
gonna be live.
there's
I know. I have
Josh
seen
is my lawyer, so I think I could say that.
That's not good.
I think I can say
for
it.
expansion teams right now, the NHL is asking for a lot.
2.4 is the asking.
So
But I think 2.1 in Houston gets it done. I don't know.
But New Orleans just entered the chat yesterday.
That was something. New Orleans.
Well, there was a guy ice skating on the frozen street of Canal Street in New Orleans when they had the freeze, when Houston had a freeze like last month.
Here we go.
He was just ice skating on the street, baby.
What an all-star weekend though. This is
Here we go.
Here we go. Kachuck. There's 2 of them, right? It's the brothers, Bash brothers.
Brady and Matthew. Oh.
Here we go. Turnover. Oh.
Great live stream, boys. We're just silent, just dialed in.
also I'm like super impressed. That guy does that by himself, play by play. Like he has a guy on the ice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just him up in the like crow's nest, just like doing play by play. Crazy.
Yeah, so the first U.S.-Canada game, it was like double the amount of hits of like a normal NHL game.
Yeah, 50% more. It was 63 hits, and the NHL average game is 42 hits.
That's fucking nuts.
Boys
I
are
didn't get to
fired up.
watch the game, but the edits afterwards to Freebird were, I was like, I got to be seated for the championship.
Impeccable.
Sick. It was just
Good
like
hit.
seeing people that like you don't associate as like hockey fans talking about.
Talking about hockey.
Yeah, it was like I saw Tom Brady at a hockey rink this morning.
And the fact that it was during the NBA All-Star weekend too was so good.
Yeah,
100%.
Just took
Put
over.
on that whole weekend.
Like I didn't think about the Super Bowl because of the Luka trade the week before. This is like all that was talked about, and then NBA All-Star break only talking about USA hockey.
Yeah, Canada left a couple of guys off the roster that are like big bodies, and they're kind of missing them now that we have so many big bodies on the U.S. team.
Hey, this is my only diagnosis of this. Cycle the puck, shots on goal, and you win the game. That's all I know. You
Pretty
do
good.
that, you win.
Pretty good.
That was a good play. Jake Sanderson's in this game?
Yeah. Hughes didn't get called in. But apparently Canada can have 8 defensemen and we can only have 6.
Yeah, I like the pressure.
That Matthews shot was really good.
It's so weird rooting for Austin Matthews. I'm just not used to it.
He's a Toronto Maple Leaf.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude. Fucking
Oh man,
Desi Pucks, dog. Desi fucking Pucks.
Hey, Desi
Cycle
Pucks,
it.
where's
Shots on
Austin
goal.
Matthews from? He might be your favorite player, by the way.
Yeah, dude. They have for sure. For sure, dude.
probably
His-
Michigan.
One of
Is he a
his
United States guy?
Yeah.
He's probably
It's an
Hold on.
obscure, it's not a traditional hockey.
not a hockey place.
is he
Probably from
is
like
he
Virginia or something.
in the Dixie South or north of the Mason-Dixon line?
I would go way west.
He's north.
West,
He's wet. He's a Cali kid.
Arizona, Scottsdale.
Arizona.
His mom was born in Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
a
vamos,
Mexican
viva, baby! Look, this is stolen valor, dude. This baby. Okay, I'm not gonna say it, but
Des, you know what his nickname is too?
Hey,
Oh fuck.
vamos.
His nickname is Poppy.
Oh, like,
That was just traffic.
Boo.
It's all right. It happened last game. It's all right.
look at that. 5 minutes of the game. All right, it's spring training.
No, a lot of hockey to be played. It's great. Great
You
shot.
getting short side?
Yeah. It was a blind shot. Goalie had no view.
Screens.
Short side, top shelf.
It's nasty.
Double for that in Boston. Or you got 40 million, Alex.
Pretty good. Oh.
He'll settle in.
Yeah, same thing happened last game against Canada. It was fine. Same thing happened against Finland.
Ooh.
Good hit.
We think Josh Reddick is going to USA's
Don't worry,
for
Sheldon.
sure
I almost brought mine out, so thought about it.
Okay, here we go. This whole tournament, Thomas Harley?
What number is he wearing? Like 40 something?
So Thomas Harley, he plays for the Stars. Really good player. Born in America, but it's not like it's like how like American dudes can like play for Team Mexico in the World
Yeah.
Cup. It's the same thing. He's only playing for Canada because his like, parents. I think he did do the passport thing.
Okay.
Yeah, they moved him to Canada when he was a kid to get better at hockey, essentially. So he ended up getting dual citizenship.
So he was born in like New York, but he's really good.
Yeah.
He's a stud.
Playing Judas this tournament.
Love him dearly. Wish him nothing but the worst tonight.
Do we think Josh Reddick is wearing his USA Speedo right now? Absolutely. Absolutely. Showed him all 4 games.
Not unfamiliar territory.
Never been like the biggest on Brock Faber, but he's played really good this tournament.
Who's he play for usually?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
The Wild.
He's gotten a lot better this year, Dom. I'd agree with you. Like he's been fine, but I think this year he's been really good.
Any team's for sure going to lose tonight. Yeah, they play the Kings on the 28th. It
On
starts
28th.
It's
What
not a
time's the
bad-
game?
7.
7.
It's not a bad game, to be honest.
Might
No, it
have
should
to
be a good one.
look at tickets real quick.
And then I'm gonna watch them play the Blues on the second, so like that weekend.
Junior, if you want to wear a suit, I can try to get you in the press box.
Damn, I don't even know if I have a suit.
Mark, how would you compare the American Airlines to Toyota Center?
Don't put me on the spot like that, dude. I don't know, man. I love Toyota. Man. It's nice, man.
I
Yeah.
explained to him like it's called the hangar and it's meant
Yeah.
to like look like an
Yeah.
aircraft hangar, and he was like, "Dude, that's sick."
That's dope, man.
It's just like
You give me flashbacks when I walk in there. Aircraft tank. I mean,
they have this like awesome hangout spot right before the game. It's like connected. It's not inside the stadium, but it's literally in like the little concourse. And
In the
dude,
plaza.
like the sad part is, I think Toyota Center is probably like the best venue in all of Houston sports too, because I love Minute Maid or Dyken Park, whatever you want to call it, but it's you compare it to other baseball stadiums, other venues, it's not that great. NRG, same thing. Like
The Brave Stadium has a great.
Shell's cool, but like you go to other cities, man, like we don't have that connection. Like the hangout spots beforehand, like that.
like I like American Airlines
I went to the
concourses.
road trip to St. Louis, and we got to see Little Talk, and I'm like, hey, this is something. Oh my god. Then we went to Atlanta, and I'm like, dude, is it just Houston that's like doesn't have spots like this?
Sorry, when the Texans build their new stadium in the middle of downtown somewhere,
After you pay
they'll
for it.
get all the new bells and whistles.
Also, like this AAC's like outside, it looks really badass if you're driving up to it. Toyota Center just it's
How old is AC?
at least I think really close to the same age as Toyota Center.
Okay.
I think it was late 90s.
So yeah, even older than the
Even older.
Toyota Center.
Late 90s, early 2000s. Like 2001, maybe.
Man.
Come on. Not a bad look.
No, it was good ozone time.
Also, what's really impressive is like they were a team, all 4 nations. They were a team for like a week, and you would think like there's like no chemistry
Yeah.
or like there's like bad passes, but they played the best
They-
hockey that I've seen.
Killed it every time.
Yeah, I thought Finland was the most like crisp. Like the way their lines worked and everything, and it looked like everyone knew where everyone was going to be, but that's because of their junior system.
Nope. Yeah, I don't see anybody else taking that Vezina from him. Damn.
Holy.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was horrifying. So, Mark, are you actually are you going to be a Stars fan now, or are you just going to wait till Houston?
I'm waiting till Houston.
All right. I tried. Can't get anyone to do it. It's just me and Dom. Kush is like, I'm going to be a Islanders fan.
I mean,
Go
when I was
Ducks,
at the
baby, go
game, I
Ducks.
was cheering, but like, hey, I'm like,
Just commit to this season.
Yeah, one year contract.
yeah, I was signing 1 year.
Because when I think there's still a lot of work to be done, but we're getting a team.
Yeah.
But when it happens, I'm still gonna root for like the players that I like on the Stars. But when we're head to head, like
Yeah.
this is a good warm up because I have to root against Thomas Harley.
There you go. You already get.
It's gonna be hard as fuck
I
not to.
saw a clip. I can't remember what game it was. With Carlson got like hit super hard, and I was like, man, let's go. But damn, that hurts.
Yeah. So
I was like, be careful. Don't hurt him.
so Brady Kachuck plays in Ottawa, and this might be the year they make the playoffs because Brady hasn't played in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But all of like it's in Canada, so like they're all like he gets into that fight the first game, and they're like, no, no. But then they have to like wait, just don't get hurt because we want you back for the playoffs.
What a disaster that would be.
He's like talking shit to all of Canada, and they're like Senators fans being like, "You're kind of putting me in a bad spot, Brady."
I've only been a handful of games. Or one game I went to, man, puck came over the glass, drilled this old lady in the head. It was I was so I didn't know how to act. I was like, is she okay? Is she alive? She took it like a champ, but man, that looked like it hurt.
If I like got to play hockey in my youth, I don't care what you like. You can call me whatever you want. I'm wearing that whole bubble.
Yeah.
I'm not taking
Yeah.
a puck to the face. It's absurd how like they think that little piece of glass.
Yeah.
Matt Dumba's back in his visor.
Yeah, no way.
That's good. The man had to put on a bubble, and nobody knows why. Oh, they broke the glass. All right, I need Austin Matthews to give me another good look.
Need something. Can't get a face off.
No, it's not a. Dylan Larkin of the Detroit. He's such a forgettable player, but god damn, he's good.
He's been really good this year.
Oh!
Other than baseball, like hockey's got to be like one of the sports that requires the most coordination.
Yeah, it's insane what they can do on the ice.
Yeah. Just the way they move on the skates, much less handling the puck the way they do.
Yeah, when they're using the edges and everything, it's crazy.
And then like how the defensemen skate backwards, that's like so hard to do. Just like without defending like a all-star level player, much less. Oh, that was so close. Yeah, man, Larkin's really good.
I can't believe he missed that second one off the back.
This better not be like the Sweden game where we hit the post like 5 times.
No, I don't need that. Don't need that in my life at all.
Oh.
Great hit. Great hit on Doughty.
Blow the whistle. Dude, he's pissed.
Yeah.
This is horrifying. He's nowhere near the puck.
Yeah, so in like youth hockey, like goalie's a position people avoid just because like it's so expensive to like buy the pad, like, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like a common thing. Like Canada has good goalies, don't have great ones, but it's kind of like a catcher in baseball. Like it's so hard to get your kid to play.
My 11-year-old has started catching this year. Trust me. had to buy the gear.
Yeah, it's like an outfielder just needs a glove, a
Yeah.
bat, and he's
No,
good.
he needed a new bat this year. He usually plays outfield, but he's like, I want to do something else too. Like, okay, well, we need catchers on the team. He's like, all right, I'm down. Bro, had to get gear, new catcher's mitt. Now he's carrying 2 bags, so he wants 1 bag. And I'm like, have you seen what baseball bags cost nowadays? Couldn't imagine what it takes to be a hockey goalie. That's what we're missing. Flag. Need like a big USA flag.
Need a Kachuck brother to start throwing some fists after the break.
We're gonna get one for next year.
Get a little late flash.
Yeah.
World
Late
Baseball
juice.
Classic and the World Cup. Yeah, we're gonna need a USA flag in here ASAP.
So once we lock down a name, can we get a pod up before the season?
Yeah, my goal is like that week of. I think we're gonna, just because of how the schedules usually go, we're gonna aim for filming Mondays, so hopefully drop Tuesdays, depending on how that would work with editing stuff afterwards. Because races are usually Sunday on back-to-back or triple header weekends, and we'll have races back-to-back weekends. It's still, if we drop Tuesday, it's still late enough to where, still early enough to where we can recap, and then late enough to where we can be like, next week, and then on weekends that they have off, I mean, we can still cover the race before, and then either just do a shorter pod that week, or cover any big news that happens. I'm sure there's going to be, with 6 rookies, there's going to be bound to be some driver changes throughout the season.
Yeah, I'm sure there won't be a wreck every single race.
Yeah. Safety car is going to be at an all-time high this season. You got Lance Stroll plus 5 rookies.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Six if you count Liam Lawson, but he's like the non-rookie this year.
Fun fact: I met Lance Stroll at a golf club in Miami.
I think you told me about that.
It was funny. Just had no idea who it was.
I wouldn't mind meeting him. I'd just bite my tongue.
Yeah,
Nice
he
to
was
meet you, dude. Let's get a selfie.
He was fine. We were both there for the with the same sort of resources. We were the only reason we were there because we were dads.
You can tell he just doesn't care. He's just there to drive for his dad.
Yeah,
Why not?
don't hate it.
Just out here trying to support my friend Mike, who's an Islanders fan. Kush. I forgot Kush.
Of all teams,
Yeah, of all teams. He picked the Islanders.
Kush had multiple people in his ear telling him to root for the Stars, and at least one other person telling him to root for the Ducks. And he's like, you know what, boys? Islanders. That's what we're doing.
He said the Islanders.
Gonna have a great time.
That's like someone who didn't know the NBA. It's like, I'm against the NBA. What team should I follow? I follow
The Charlotte Hornets.
the Charlotte Hornets.
I can't imagine being a Hornets fan. Benetton stopped every single puck that's gotten into the zone and behind the net.
We need to snub his speaking to.
For the season, I thought there's no. I mean, I didn't think it was possible for Ovechkin to get the record, but the run he's
Here
had
we
this
are.
year is insane.
Where's the best place to sit AAC? Or shoot twice. Upper bowl or lower?
I mean, I like the lower bowl, but upper bowl's not bad at all.
Upper bowl is really good if you can get lower on the upper bowl, but then
Yeah.
the lower bowl is better if you get higher on the lower bowl. Oh, now Thomas Harley gets his flowers.
They said after his assist that he was having a rough game to start. I was like, no, he hasn't. He's been good.
This guy literally, like, he was in, I think, Mexico, and somebody gets hurt in the first game. He flies to Montreal, didn't even practice. He just watched practice from the hallway, goes out there, plays well, and then gets scratched the game after that.
Yeah, he was about to leave for the airport to go to Cabo with Wyatt Johnston, another Stars player, and got the call. So he left the airport, went and packed different stuff, and then went to the airport again. Flew to Montreal. And then Wyatt just had to go to Cabo by himself. Poor guy.
I remember
15
that.
years ago?
2010, I remember that. I
Yeah,
went to an Arrows game, and it was the same day as that game.
I never made it to an Arrows.
I
I remember when I
found
was young, my aunt used to get tickets. She used to say, I'm going to take you to a game one day. And then it just never happened.
oh, don't get cute. Damn. But I found like a little brochure of like a schedule of like the 2008 schedule, and it had like on the back tickets on the glass, $45.
That's nuts. Have you been out to any of U of H's hockey games?
Oh, I was about to say that was like right in front of them. I worked with a kid that played on the team, but I haven't made it out to them yet. They were trashed.
The first year was bad.
They were.
I remember seeing scores like 20-1. I was like, oh man, they're so bad. I think this year they're a little bit better.
Yeah,
So they won a couple games.
they have some sweet sweaters too.
Yeah, I got one of them. Got the red one. That first year.
Do they have the baby blues?
What's that?
Do they have a baby blue one?
Oh!
Let's fucking go!
Let's go!
Let's go.
Brady.
USA.
Bennington.
USA.
Bennington's gonna Bennington.
No, they haven't come up with the baby blue ones that I've seen yet. They had a red, white, and black.
Play that free bird.
Let's fucking go.
That's what I'm talking about.
He didn't even know he scored. That's so good.
Get the puck in front of the net.
Good play by Matthews, too. Just throwing it there.
That was a sick pass.
That was a great pass from Matthews. Just smart. Brady kind of looks like a bald eagle.
Yeah,
Stadium
it
is
just came
on fire
alive
right now.
That's all it needed right there.
It was so quiet now.
Let's fucking go, boys.
Group chat from work is going crazy now.
That's what I'm saying.
One of my coworkers is from is from Canada,
Oh,
and so we were in there. It's been all week long. We've been in there.
I don't hate the
Dude, he had-
Matthews and Kachuck brothers. That's good.
he had his back to the net when the puck went in.
Yeah, he had no idea.
So you said Brady plays for
He plays for Ottawa,
and then Matthew plays for who?
Florida.
Florida.
Matthew played in Calgary forever to start his career.
Yeah.
Got pissed off. There's rumors he almost went to Dallas.
No,
but
he wanted to go to Dallas and Florida, but Dallas wouldn't trade Sagan.
That's fair.
Which, after Robert Tiffin's piece this past week, Jesus Christ, he talked to Sagan when they were in Anaheim because he went on the road trip, and Sagan was talking about how it's a family atmosphere at Dallas, and like you can see with the Luka trade how that shook up the locker room and the fan base and all that kind of stuff. He's like, that would never happen in Dallas, and I was like, all right, that's why the Matthew Kachuck trade never even got talked about.
Scott Davis, I'm with you. So earlier so Ottawa's kind of, they're never really in the playoff picture, but this year I believe they will make the playoffs. But there was a point in the season where like it was looking bad and Brady could have got chopped.
Yeah.
And I would have emptied the clip to get Brady Kachuck in a Dallas sweater.
Dallas.
Just any Kachuck. I'll take Keith at this point.
Man, I wanted to be a Stars fan.
Oh,
it was close, but I just couldn't.
That was on Harley. That's not good.
I have one Dallas team that disappoints me enough in my life.
Okay,
That's
so
fair.
imagine living in Dallas.
Yeah,
like
sorry, Stone.
I've only got 2 Dallas teams, so it's not too much more.
I don't know if your football team is much better to root for.
No, I've decided to go emotionless, just catatonic essentially with the Dolphins this upcoming season. Just no emotion, no expectations, no hope. That's what I'm going for. Good first period.
1-1.
Not bad, not bad. We'll take that.
I feel like Canada had a lot of turnovers that period. We need to come out in the second, still aggressive with the hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the first like 12 or so minutes, Canada looked worlds better, but USA kind of settled in there. So
Also, after that goal, I felt really good about Connor Hellebuck. Like he had a lot of heat in front of the net, and he kind of stayed calm. Dude, PK Subban's been on a tear on ESPN.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, it's a business. Like, they have an NBA show year-round. They have an NFL show year-round. But when we're in hockey season, could we get, like, 30 minutes of, like, a hockey show on ESPN programming on, like, their television? Like,
who won't do
PK
it?
play his whole career in Nashville?
no, he played
That's just the only place I remember him playing. But
He started in Montreal,
yeah, he started in Montreal.
and it was captain for captain trade. Shea Weber for PK, Montreal to Nashville.
I want
That
to
was
say
like
he
a really
won
big
more
deal.
in that. I want to say he played really good in Nashville.
that's where I remember him playing.
I think he won a Norris in Montreal.
Okay. Yeah, I remember he won one. I just remember when.
Because then he went to Nashville and he was with Yossi. And Yossi's just started ascending like right as PK got there.
No, dude, like I had like when we and Mark went to the Vegas game, like it was eye opening to see like there wasn't a casual Stars fan.
Yeah,
Like if you're a fan of the Stars, like everyone around us, like they knew everything. Like I remember there was a dude with his wife behind us, and his wife knew who. Yeah, you remember?
Yeah.
His wife knew who Liam Bishop was, and I was like, I turned around, I was like, you know who Liam Bishop is? She's like, yeah, he's a first year guy. I was like, oh shit. But I didn't know the Mavericks faithful was like that. Like,
Yeah. It's as much as I think the Dallas Cowboys are like the best, like the most favorite team in town. I think there's more fans, but I think the Mavericks fans are like even more passionate than Cowboys fans. But if the Stars keep cruising this year, that we could turn Dallas into a hockey town, it'd be great.
Easily. Trying to remember who it was. When I first got into hockey, a buddy of mine I worked with in the Marine Corps, he was a huge King fan. So he would just talk a lot of mess. And there was one player he hated on the Ducks because they always called him dirty, but I can't remember who it was. I can't remember if it was Kessler or might have been Kessler. I'm trying to find the old roster. Kessler or maybe Perry. He hated one of them. And I loved him because he was always like he got under people's skin. You could tell on the ice, and we just kept going for it. Oh, that was my kind of player. He didn't give a shit.
across sports, the Cleveland Browns are a pretty unlucky franchise. The Buffalo Sabres, unlucky franchise. But the Blue Jays and the Dolphins, man.
The Blue Jays are in every conversation with every big star, and everyone's just like, "Nah,
Nah, I don't want to freeze my feet off in that Toronto, and then I don't want to pay that Canadian dollar."
like Springer was like their last big star to like leave another team and go there."
They almost got Brantley too, but
Now,
But they said,
now
"Hell
they're
no."
fixing to lose Vlad.
Yeah, bro. So the GM was like, they asked the GM, "You think we're close on it? Like, did we come close in the negotiation?" They're like, "I think we got very close." And they asked Vlad, and he was like, "They didn't even finish." He's like, "No, we're way far."
Don't worry.
And so, like, that's why, like, I think, like, teams like Dallas and Florida, I think they have a huge advantage in the NHL because, like, all the players, they want to, like, they live in these freezing cold areas.
Yeah.
They want to live in a warm weather, and then they want to earn taxes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't blame them for not wanting to play in Canada.
You get taxed wherever you play the game, like that night or whatever. So they play 41 games at home. So those game checks are all tax-free in Texas, and then every road game, depending on where you're playing. But like if you played in Nashville or Florida, Dallas, Vegas, right? I don't know any other teams, but play there, you get tax-free,
I feel like
state tax-free.
The AFC South, like, that's a big thing. Like, you play in Texas, you play in Florida, Indy. I think that's kind of heavily taxed, but Jesus. right where
Broke
the
his stick.
camera is.
And he broke his stick on the hit too.
Brady Kachuck's like 6'4", like
Behemoth.
Just a large human being.
yeah, dude. Even like the Stars goalie Jake Ottinger's a huge dude.
Yeah, he's 6'5",
Yeah,
Jesus.
but he's built like a point
And all
guard.
these guys
Like, there's
probably
no
average
meat.
like 225.
maybe a little bit lighter, but like not far off.
Yeah.
Like 200, 190.
Otter's like fairly skinny for being 6'5". Like every time in the locker room after a game or whatever, he doesn't have pads on, so he doesn't look massive. He's just tall and lanky.
I was talking to somebody recently who brought it up. I was thinking it was my boss. We were talking about how it's funny when you see goalies just get out of pads and then just like this normal, like normal size
Fleury.
guy.
Yeah, like Fleury, like he's a normal.
You
looking
think
dude.
like for me, like growing up, I always thought goalies like Goldberg,
Yeah,
just a
Goldberg.
big guy.
You think the NBA should just completely get rid of the All-Star game?
Man, they need. I wouldn't say get rid of it because I mean, All-Star games are fun. They're supposed to be, but it's like the NFL and the Pro Bowl world. It's so bad now. I had the chance when I was in Hawaii to go one year, and I ended up going to a Bone Thugs concert instead. And I regret it now because it was back when the Pro Bowl was still good.
Yeah.
I think NFL and NBA both really need to figure something out because there's no way people watch that. I mean, dunk competitions going to hell.
Just the constant ads, dude. Like,
I couldn't believe that. So bad.
and I saw like a recap of it, and like they stopped one of the games to do like a celebration. The TNT crew, like
Mid-game.
mid game.
And the
What
players
was
are
it?
just sitting there like, are we going to play basketball? Or are we gonna just sit
It's
here
like
and
when you watch a boxing match and like they had too many knockouts in the prelims, so they have to wait like an
Yeah,
hour.
Like, especially when they do the Saudi and like they have like a whole rap performance before the main event.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm trying to watch boxing, not a concert. Like,
Yeah.
let's get on with it. That's why with UFC, it's just like, let's go.
Kevin Hart was on the court more than most of the players.
No, it was so bad.
It was crazy because we went to eat after my kids' baseball tournament Sunday, and we got there just in time to watch the games. And I was like, "What is it?" Like I didn't realize they changed the format like that. And then Kevin Hart was just on the court nonstop, just cracking jokes with like the TNT crew and the players. And it was funny because he's Kevin Hart, but yeah, there's no way.
It was so bad.
And like you knew who was gonna win too. Like you saw Shaq's team, and you're like, okay, like this tournament is useless.
Yeah, like dudes that have won Stanley Cups would be like, no, this is the biggest game of my life.
Yeah. My favorite part is hockey players. Like they always have like missing teeth, or they just like they talk
Yeah.
funny because you know they've just been busted up a couple times.
Yeah, I read a really good article about like the new CBA is coming up,
Mhm.
but like obviously it's not hard to find. Like CTE is definitely quite well in hockey, just like it's football.
Yeah.
But like the benefits that like retired players have needs to like
I can imagine.
yeah.
It's funny you mentioned the CTE because I just watched that McMahon docu-series recently. And they're talking about the CTE and WWE, and they were like, one of the doctors that they had on there that was like big in CTE, like revamp in WWE. He was like, yeah, he's like NFL's constantly minding us. He's like NHL wants nothing to do with us. And I'm like, those guys go out there and punch each other for fun. They don't give a shit about CTE right now. Like maybe when they retire, but. He mentioned other sports and like hockey was like, yeah, hockey wants nothing to do with us.
Soccer is pretty tough.
Zach Martin retired. Hall of Famer, I think.
For sure. Easily.
Let's see.
I didn't know this, but like the Olympic divers, like the dudes that do all the flips, like if they don't go into the water right, they could get messed up.
Yeah, that water's no joke. Spurs season went downhill, except not that they had much to. But I'm sure when they made that trade, they were hoping to have a run in the second half, and then they lose Wemby.
Eric.
I didn't realize what it was that he got diagnosed with was that bad.
Yeah, blood clots are crazy. Did De'Aaron Fox sign an extension before they traded him?
I don't think so.
No, he's got another year left.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, Eric just said that they're shutting down Fox for the season.
Makes sense. He came in hurt.
That sucks, dude. Oh.
I looked at my phone. That's the only thing I said.
When Stone left, we were talking like the most unlucky franchises.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins were in that conversation. But it's so hard to get a superstar to San Antonio.
Peanut butter and chocolate.
Damn, so I mean, you can pretty much kick San Antonio out of the playoff picture.
Yeah.
LA or the Lakers, they're gonna get their stuff together.
They'll probably be in the play-in easily.
Yeah.
I think they make the play-in for sure. How about that trade getting rescinded though? They were like,
That
we
was
got
crazy.
our big guy. Psych.
I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often.
Yeah.
That was one of the crazier trade deadlines though that I can remember, at least for basketball.
Yeah.
Like this year's NHL trade deadline, there's not enough like bad teams, in my opinion, to make any more like huge trades.
Yeah. Stars will do another though.
I don't know enough players to have understood the trades, but I know the one that Dallas made was pretty big.
Yeah, it was kind of like mid-level guys, but I think they fill a lot of holes that the Stars needed.
So I guess part of it would probably be where the players, like with the players that are in the league, what made them decide those four nations? Like obviously Canada and USA or Finland and Sweden.
They just they looked at like Finland's got a really good like hockey program, and it was really just we can't have Russia right now,
Yeah.
and then how many other nations have enough,
Yeah.
and
I wouldn't imagine like Mexico has a hockey team.
they have like a Rodriguez in the
Yeah.
NHL.
That's for Florida.
But maybe in the future, I'd like to see the Czech get in. I would love to have
Yeah.
Russia, but
If you have Czech and Russia, this tournament's like even better. But this is an NHL only tournament.
yeah,
Yeah.
only NHL. So like,
Every
I
player
even
had to
saw-
be on an NHL roster.
yeah,
Okay.
And
So,
I-
yeah, I would think so. You look at the players and the nationalities, kind of like, okay, that makes sense.
and there was like some banged up guy. I think there's banged up guys on every roster, but for Finland to play the way they did, and I think no team lost worse than Miro Heiskanen not playing.
Yeah.
But for them to play as good as they did was
Yeah.
really fun to watch. Like the guy that Stars traded for was like one of the best players on Team Finland. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Yeah, the refs have really shout out to the refs.
They're letting everything go.
Yeah,
Just letting them play.
yeah. Because I swear, when watching the Stars, it feels like they never blow the whistle when
They don't.
particularly in Dallas too.
Yeah, it's usually rough. I can usually count in between 5 and 10 missed calls a game.
Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, he just like collapsed.
Hmm.
Hmm. It's a good pass.
Hmm.
There's one thing that's scaring me is we're not winning any faceoffs.
Yeah.
They started getting some later in the first, but they started out like 8-1.
Every time Matthews is in the postseason with the Leafs, he's always bitching with one of his teammates. Like whenever they start losing, it starts to just become the blame game with like Nylander and
Marner.
Marner. The salary cap's going to go up for hockey, but from a Stars perspective, oh, oh my God.
Jeez.
What's up, Steph? How's it going?
Oof.
Good God, man. You're chilling. I'm nervous.
Yeah. Jesus.
Jesus. All right, now the puck's out of the net. So, like, from a Star standpoint, I really just want to see them, like, I want them to do what I wish the Astros would do and not let their best players walk.
Yeah.
But the Stars GM is, he's legit.
Yeah.
He won, like, he was an assistant in Detroit when they, like, were, like, Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an incredible save. Jesus.
I don't know how
Oh,
he got. Oh.
Hmm. Fuck.
Marchand's so little.
Big ass nose though.
Oh.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Here
there
we
we
go.
go.
Let's go, boys.
Oh.
This would be a nice time for a fight.
I was gonna say, let him go.
Would love one, especially against McCarr.
This U.S. team is so good. Like, I'm hyped for when we get to the World Cup, but I still want my boy Robo on the roster.
Well, we got Olympics next year. That's the big one. Oh shit!
Here we go. Here we go.
There we go. Come on.
Oh wait, not Harley. No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, please no.
Yeah, let Mark Stone. Go ahead.
Have at it, buddy.
I need Harley for Saturday.
Yeah.
I think that's the first game back.
Yeah, they're playing New Jersey. I like there's a little more meanness in this period so far. That's good.
Feels a lot like the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like in
We just need
terms
more
of
fights.
in terms of like Hullabuck's starting to really settle in.
Then he gets a Bennington.
Yeah.
I don't know how he made the save on that last one. I got through. What's the score? It's 1-1.
Turn the game on, Volvo.
Yeah, turn the game on, Milwaukee.
What's up?
Chat.
MLB is not going to carry or ESPN.
Yes, he's not going to carry the MLB.
Yeah.
Right? Saturday Night Baseball's dead. I follow one of the guys, like he's up and comer slowly. He did like a TikTok of like the set. It's just like a storage room now. Baseball tonight's trash. It's like they're like just got stuff all over the base, like the field.
Yeah.
They had there's just stuff just all thrown in there now. Nuts. I think every team Sixers are getting their own streaming.
Yeah.
Well, I know when they switched, the Astros switched over to Space City, they said that was one of their plans is to eventually.
Well,
And what the Braves are the first ones to do it, right? Aren't they doing it this year? It's like $90 to stream like all the Braves games. No blackouts.
That's impressive.
MAGA hat.
You knew the NHL was going to figure out a way to put that on the broadcast.
Oh yeah. I'd easily pay $100 for Astros games. Yeah, that's
For the whole year.
for the whole year. Stream every home game. Yeah, I'd pay that too.
So Fertitta owns Space City Network,
Yeah,
and that's a real like conversation when having NHL is that's 82 more games on that channel
yeah.
to get.
If you do like a Space City like streaming service, or maybe even like $120 a year, you can get.
Like I know the Rangers are going to start. It's something like that.
No, they joined Victory Plus, but you got to subscribe for it. Like you got to pay for it.
I mean, because that's
The Mavs?
that's one of the biggest complaints from baseball fans, blackouts.
Oh, it's
Like, you could
stupid.
buy it, buy one streaming service and you can't watch the team you want to play. Like MLB's own streaming service, you can't watch your local team. It's nuts.
The Mavericks did it through NBA League Pass. But you bought like an
Yeah.
extra thing for Mavs.tv or whatever. So then you can watch it in market, which was huge.
I remember, like when I was in the Marine Corps, I paid for MLB TV, and then when I moved back, when the season started, I went to watch the game. The blackouts, I was like, wait, whoa, what is this?
The VPN is my best friend.
Absolutely stuff. Absolutely.
These boys are putting their bodies on the line.
Yeah. I don't know if I could handle the pressure if this thing went to a shootout.
No, it won't. It's going OT. If it
Yeah.
it's
just
all
like the
OT,
playoffs.
like Let's
Yes!
go.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Freebird! Freebird!
Is that Hughes?
Freebird!
Or is that Sanderson?
There it is. There it is. Watch you fly. Free.
Hell yeah.
Bro, the Kachucks are fucking nuts.
Just continue to pressure the hell out of Bennington, man.
It was gonna come eventually. It had to.
Let's go. Brady right there again.
I swear if Canadian fans try to blame Thomas Harley, he wasn't even on the ice.
Listen to that place, bro. USA. USA.
There's like a podcast I listened to, these guys in Canada, and they were, when Harley got called up, they were like, yeah, dude, because he's in Dallas, I just forget about him. I'm like,
It's like a
People do-
special moment when Spit and Chicklets talks about Dallas on their podcast. I'm like, thank God someone's talking about him. Crowd's buzzing now.
so life of a Stars fan, whenever we score a goal, for some reason, the other team always gets a really good look immediately. And it's like,
You don't
we
even
get
get to
hype.
enjoy
Yeah,
it.
we get hype and oh, God,
How do they not call the cross-check interference right before that?
damn it. Canada's got a nasty power play too.
That was a cross-check interference before that. That's the reason he fell down.
Oh, it's gonna be tough. Oh, come on.
He got cross-checked. That's why he's on the ground.
Man.
Ah,
Three of the refs are Canadian, so that's what I'm using as my excuse on that one.
dude, their power play line is Crosby, McKinnon, McDavid. Oh, Jesus.
Well, they got Reinhardt out there. We need a Dallas Stars PK right here.
McDavid's so damn fast.
Learning hockey, that was always the wildest thing to me. Power plays. Like, what do you mean you have to bring a man down?
It's
What?
the best.
Oh,
And I love that if you don't win a challenge in hockey, you have to go on the penalty kill. That's an incredible call on the rule books.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so if you lose the challenge, then you end up going on a PK for 2 minutes.
That's crazy.
It's the best. So then it makes challenges like even more risky.
Yeah, you
If
just
you're gonna do them. So
I get so nervous when they get the puck in the slot.
fuck, Eichel's stick is broken.
Shit.
what
Good
a
shit,
Let's
Eichel.
go.
Let's
Good shit,
go.
Eichel.
Let's fucking go.
what an athlete.
Good skate.
Who needs a fucking stick?
Yeah,
That was
me and
huge.
Mark saw him play live, dude. Jack Eichel's nasty.
He's so good. What do you have? 2 goals that night?
Yeah.
No.
Nope. Come on, if we can get one more clear. Good.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
go.
let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Go, JT.
Ooh.
Great look. Keep the puck. Just
Yeah,
keep
just
the puck.
keep the puck.
That was a good shot, honestly.
God.
Jesus. Dude,
That was
Mark, you
insane.
remember when Rupe scored on our side
Yeah.
and everybody just lost it? That's what I'm talking about, dude. Like,
Man.
Canada has ruled hockey since like the inception of the sport,
Yeah.
but we've finally got enough athletes playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine
Longest
if this was
tournament
our sport.
ever. Here we go.
Hit him.
What's fun is like, oh,
I don't like that they keep hitting Harley like this. Like, I get you want to hit red jersey bad, but can we hit the other red jerseys?
Leave Harley alone.
Just let him be, you know? Just him. Everybody else he can go after.
what's going to be really fun about like the Olympics and the World Cup is like I don't really ever see like USA just clearing as far as talent Canada, but it'll always be like really close
Yeah.
like this, which makes such a good rivalry.
Just fun to watch. There we go. He's gonna
Brady's
get
always
one.
finding himself in the shit.
He wants one fight before this game's over.
Let's go, black guy at a hockey game.
That's what we love to see. Growing the game.
One of the better tweets I saw in the first game was like a gif of the high five between the two Kachucks, and someone said, "Put those brothers on the U.S. currency." Like when I think KD tweeted about the game. He was like, "Bro, these dudes are wild."
Everyone was tweeting about
That first game got a lot of traction. Like,
Dude, they were like talking about Wemby like being hurt and shit. They're playing an NBA game in Austin.
Yes. I don't know why.
I was like, the dude that always reports for the Mavericks was like, "Yeah, I'm in Austin right now," and I was like, "What?"
Why?
weird.
Yeah, I have no idea why they're doing that, but
Yeah, stoning off on that dude on Zero Gravity.
I had my words. I had a lot of words actually. For
So,
it, but
Mark, if you didn't follow it, the GM, like after like they traded Luka, like apparently there were death threats,
Yeah.
and I think it was this guy that like reported that he was getting death threats, and so there was like a local reporter who like he's not some like amateur hour reporter, like he does his homework and he's known to give good stuff, and he reached out and was like tried to find out more in the story, and I guess the Dallas Police Department was like, we don't know anything about it, and so he kind of like made his report look bad, and then he went off on he tried to like belittle the local Dallas reporter, and I think he just made it up. I don't think there was like I think there was death threats. I just don't think they got to the police department.
Yeah.
yeah, there was definitely like stuff on Twitter where it's like I'm gonna kill him or whatever, but
Naturally.
Yeah, I mean, as they should for that instance, but yeah, it never materialized into something that the police were like, okay, yeah, we got to look into this because this is bad. And they never did that, so which means there weren't really any death threats. And then that guy called him out, and he called him a wannabe reporter. And like all of Maverick's Twitter was just livid about it.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Austin Matthews chirping Marchand.
Dude, Brady's in the middle of everything.
Dude, for the sake of the sport, I need Brady Kachuck in the playoffs. And if that means he has to leave Ottawa, so be it.
Anywhere but Canada.
He wasn't even started.
Nah, Marchand, he likes to talk shit too.
They just bumped into him. He's like, "Oh, we finalized it. What's going on? I'm gonna start hitting people.
Yeah, Brady turned around like, all right, let's go.
Let's go." He just went.
Yeah, so that ESPN reporter, it's so funny because like they traded Luka and he was ready to drop a book about like Dallas building their team and around Luka and they traded him.
I like actually just cried. It's been so long writing that. Shit.
Ooh. Yeah, it was.
What a stick from Slavin.
Hell of a play. Like, dude, from the forwards to the blue line, like USA's defense has been on display this tournament.
And they don't even have their best defender.
Exactly. Like
imagine this team with Hughes.
it's gonna be sick when you come back next year. We played Vancouver like recently. I don't remember if we won that game.
It was the last home game, I believe, before the break. Because he left that game and then came back.
One thing about hockey, like baseball has great gear, like swag for fans.
Yeah.
NFL, I feel like the NBA has really good like gear for fans to wear. Hockey hates swag.
Yeah. Buy a sweater.
Like whenever a team wins the cup, the hats they make for like the shit like to commemorate, oh, they're so bad. They're so plain.
I think that's the best thing, like as a hat, like fitted hat collector. So a lot of the creators recently have been getting into NHL designs, and like the Ducks are obviously one of the favorites to design for. Oh, I'm loving it. There's so many options for me to get hats now.
Have you seen the Hat Club ones that they just did?
Yeah, I got. Which one did I get? The green and like the throwback color one from Hat Club.
I thought about getting the Stars one. I didn't pull the trigger quick enough.
Dude, Stone wears a new fucking hat. Like every episode of Serial Gravity.
Me and Junior would get along just fine.
Yeah.
I've stopped wearing fitteds as much as I used to, but I used to wear fitteds all the time. Oh,
You moved into A-frames or what?
Shit.
Oh.
God damn it. When they got deep, I knew
Yeah.
it was like
it didn't look good. No, Junior, I started golfing, so I wear golf hats more often now. That was a nice goal. Put Otter in net. Hellebuck, what the fuck are we doing?
Canada's goal horn sucks.
They don't even play Freebird.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like when the Rangers won the World Series, their hat they got was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was complaining about the Braves because every other team, their rooms open up. The Astros ain't do shit. Ours doesn't open up at all. And I was like, you guys do that?
So I collect Funko Pops too. What pissed me off is that we won, and then literally when the year after when the Rangers won, like they created like this
The
line as like the
election, yeah.
team. I'm like, where the fuck was that for the Astros?
Mark, do you watch golf?
No, not really.
I've been trying to get into that, like whatever they're doing right now, the indoor one.
TGL.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a good watch because it's only 2 hours, and it moves so fast, and you get commentary from the golfers themselves. So like you hear Tiger talking about a shot. Like the other night, Tiger hit a shot, and they told him it was 99 yards, but it was actually 199 yards. So then he takes his club and goes up and hits a 100-yard shot, and it came up 100 yards short because of the 199 yards, and he just like fell to the ground like laughing so hard and everything. There's been a lot of moments like that, but the golf's gotten actually like competitive on there as well. So it's a fun way to get into the sport without having to watch 4 days of tournaments and sitting there for 8 hours.
Okay.
And then if you want to get into golf, like YouTube golf, you just go watch anyone that's playing golf on YouTube consistently now. It's just like you can get your fix in like 30 minutes or an hour or whatever instead of 5 hours. But speaking about golf, Apollo Golf, we're going to start it this year. Boys are going to head out to the course, rock some Kobe Stevens shirts. It's going to be great.
That's one sport I just golf is just so good.
I just know.
I would like to keep up with some of the big ones, but what are we doing?
Golf does like a really good job of when there's not very many like big moments, but when they are big, it's like when Tiger hits the championship winning putt, it's like
Yeah.
it is really cool. or when they're in a playoff and they're going just bad, like they're just
Yeah.
Yeah, I've started talking to the boys in the Stars locker room. I'm like, all right, who's the golfer? So Jake Ottinger is apparently like a plus, or he's a 2 handicap at golf, so he's a stick. Brendan Smith and Matt Dumba like to play a lot, and Cody Cece, who just got traded there, he apparently likes to golf. So I'm gonna figure out how to get around in with those boys at one point. I'm gonna weasel my way in.
yeah, I'm scared of what's gonna happen.
Good block.
Jesus.
Interference?
What are we doing, refs?
That's interference, ref.
Like
That
if you're
was
gonna hold the
insane.
whistle. I think there was a bug going around too.
Yeah, I think Canada had one as well. That's why Morrissey's out tonight. Good hit.
Ooh. Fanatics did make a really good Team USA rope hat.
Is it the one that Otter's wearing?
Yeah. Like the big USA letters.
Yeah. Red bill, navy hat. I wanted to get the Ottinger jersey instead of the actual jersey, but they haven't been selling them at the hangar. Oh my god.
Ooh.
I might be a huge Brady fan after this.
I love a Kachuck. Any one of them.
Yeah, so their dad also played in the league, and he had 500 goals.
Oh
Like
shit!
automatic Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they still haven't put him in for some reason. Played over 1,000 games, 500 goals.
Oh my gosh. It's a good pass.
No, I don't know much hockey, but I feel like the pass has been like really all over the place for US.
This game. Oh.
Anytime McDavid touches the puck, I'm terrified. It feels like May all over again.
As he was dangling, I just had it in my mind that he scored.
Like Dom, that felt so much like May.
Yeah. Good poke.
Mm. Doughty just got a healthy leg, and he's just getting crunched every time by Kachuck this tournament.
Good D. Yes, he has, because he's a good player.
Turns out. No.
Get to the period. Oh.
Love Brady getting another hit there. That's good. Well after the whistle.
I feel like Kush right now. Dude, when we watch the Texans playoff at Big City Wings, bro, watching a game next to Kush is insane.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Kush just gets locked in, bro.
Like,
if they're down, he just looks like the most pissed off person in the room.
To be fair, that's me as well.
like
Especially
no,
that game.
dude, when they threw the flag on Will Anderson for like on Mahomes, Kush, like you could hear him from outside the building. Like he was like, "There's no effing way."
He was loud.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, he might hit somebody."
That was such a bad call too.
And like I pulled into the place right when Kush did too, and I was like, we parked. And I was like, "Hey, Kush, you ready?" He goes, "I'm ready for a beer."
He was so nervous.
I'm just glad PK's not wearing a giant fur coat. That's good.
The bald eagle. Dude,
That's how you go to a game, bro.
to pay the money to sit there and to watch the game through a bald eagle mascot.
Like, I hope he takes it. I hope he'll put it on for camera. Like, just
That's terrible.
Ooh, The Rock is going to be on SmackDown tomorrow.
I just saw that.
too late, buddy.
Damn, so the dude that the dude that's organizing Hockey Day in Houston is literally down the street right here. He's at the gate.
Yeah.
Good for him. All right, Dom, what do we need in the third period?
What?
I just like to see a bunch of traffic in front of Bennington again. It seems to be the formula how we score. I'm seeing really good defense. I know we've given up 2 goals, but I'm seeing really good D. If we can just
They've given up 2 goals.
Like I said earlier, the passing just looks all over the place. Like, I don't know that much hockey, but you can tell it's,
It just looks wild. I mean, the rest are letting him play.
I don't want to say sloppy, but like, it's just all over the place.
Yeah, it's definitely a Game 7 feel where everything's tighter. It's harder to get into the zone, get past the blue line and everything. So I agree with you, Dom, though. It's what I've been wanting the Dallas Stars to do all season up until like late December, early January. They just weren't getting into the net. And they did it really well at the end of the first period. They started it off pretty good in the second period, but more traffic, the better.
I feel like Crosby's been pretty silent. I feel like Marner is just I don't
Nowhere to
know
be
where
found.
he's at. Also, like I don't know how to like it or hate it, but Thomas Harley's been really good.
Yeah. Does it hurt US if Matthew out?
Yeah, you can definitely whatever he's dealing with, you can definitely tell.
Yeah.
He's feeling the effects.
But I think this is his best game so far. Like Matthews has been really good today. He had that assist, obviously, but he's had some good shots on goal, which he missed the net in the Finland game. Like just a pretty open post, and he clanked it off the side of the net. So he looks a lot better tonight, but still not like Austin Matthews that we know.
Man. The suspense is killing me.
And it's kind of like the deeper we go into the game and it's still tied,
Yeah.
it gets even more like
we're getting overtime.
It's going to be awful.
Not hockey related, but Tom Felton is apparently joining a Formula E team and is going to be like working side by side with with one of the drivers to try to become a Formula E driver. Formula E, for those that don't know, is pretty much the electric version of Formula One. Like it's just their cars are like fully electric.
oh shit.
It's funny when you like watch a race. It's just You just hear like the buzz, like there's just no roar, no nothing. It's just all electric.
Junior, have you been to a race before?
So I actually went to Austin last year.
Okay.
It was my first time going. It's nuts.
Me and Dez went to the first Miami race.
I want to. So I want to go to Vegas. But those prices, man.
Oh, I'm sure. Miami was.
Yeah, they actually
crazy.
had a really good deal just last year, where if you bought a general admission ticket for the weekend,
Mhm.
it was for like a short time. They were upgrading you to a grandstand pass.
Oh shit.
So it was like a $850 ticket for the weekend, but you could go sit, in a grandstand instead of.
Because you go to Austin for like what, 250, 275 or something like that? PA?
$350.
Okay.
So
That's not
the
horrible.
cheapest
though.
I found last year was general admission for all 3 days. At Costco was selling them for like $350.
Yeah. That's not bad at all for an F1
It wasn't bad.
weekend.
Yeah, we bounced so Friday we bounced around just everywhere, just kind of checking out different turns, best places. We talked to people on like which turns were the best to watch. I did my research online too, but we checked out a few different spots just to kind of get a feel for all over the track. We, kind of looked at all the extra stuff that was going around. Saturday, one of my friends I went with, she ended up having somebody gift her main grandstand passes for the day.
Damn.
So we got to watch the sprint and all the practice and everything like that from the main grandstands. And that was just, you watching these guys like before the sprint race, just walking up and down the track, like up and down the paddock, and like just like in plain view right there. It was nuts.
Yeah, that's sick.
That night was when it was the same weekend Texas played Georgia.
Yeah.
So after the race and
Chaotic
everything,
weekend.
they had it up on the TVs. So we're sitting in the grandstand just watching the game for a while.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, are you like a team fan, or do you have a specific driver?
A specific driver. I'm a Max Verstappen guy.
You're a Max guy.
I'm a Max guy. I'm like
you,
one
Mark?
of very few.
What about you?
I'm a Lewis guy.
You're a Lewis guy.
Yeah.
I respect Lewis. I don't hate the
Yeah.
guy. A lot of his. So Lewis has a huge fan base, obviously,
Yeah, obviously.
but half his fans are like, okay,
Just
yeah,
like, dude, I like.
and then there's another half that is just absolutely insane. They won't let go of 2021. They absolutely hate Max and all his fans. Like, just absolutely insane. And so that half of the Lewis fan base, I'm like,
Literally
I don't interact with
anything
them at
could
all.
happen, and on Twitter they're like, "Remember 2020," and I'm like, "Dude, let it."
It's been 4
In the
years,
past.
bro. We're past
So,
it.
Junior, if you're a Max guy, what do you think about George fans?
George fans.
Yeah.
So
George is not even comparable to Max.
I don't. George Russell talks a big game, and his fans will have him up. I don't think he has a huge fan base either. That's the problem. Most of the Mercedes fans were there for Lewis. Mercedes is gonna. People can say what they want, but Mercedes is gonna take a huge dip in like fan base and merch sales
Oh, for sure.
because Lewis is gone. Like
Max.
you
Like-
take like arguably the best driver in F1 history. Easily one of, if not the best driver in F1 history, and you change them teams, yeah, that fan base is just depleted. Ferrari
And
already
to
had
as
an
big of a
insane
team-
fan base, but now they have Lewis and all his fans.
Yeah.
Ferrari might be the most insufferable fan base this year, but for good reason. Like, they have their golden boy and Charles Leclerc, and then they have Lewis Hamilton now. It's like you got two of the best drivers on the track right now.
Junior, I asked you about George because I'm a George guy.
See, I don't hate George fans, but George just
If there are no George Russell fans, I am dead.
yeah.
I am gone.
You're like the only person that I know that's come out and said, "Yeah, I'm a George guy."
No.
Like,
I haven't seen very many George
Literally-
guys at all.
Like, I don't know any George Russell.
Literally, I got into F1 because of Drive to Survive and the 2021 season. Obviously, I started watching with like the Brazil race, I think. So I was like, all right, I'll just start tuning in. I didn't know anything about it. Had no idea. Watched Drive to Survive. watch the end of that season and the chaos that happens, obviously. And then in 2023, or maybe it was 22 that I got into it. So 23, or no, it was 22. So 22, Miami, first race. I go, and I'm like, I'm not buying a hat yet. I don't know who I like. I'm not going to do anything. And literally, they pulled up George Russell's picture on like Friday during practice round, and it was like a James Bond villain. And I was like, all right, that's my guy. That's it. That's my guy.
And last year, the Max and George fans were going at it.
Yeah, it was hilarious
They
to
were.
watch.
I took every chance I had at roasting George. I'm not gonna lie.
And there's a picture of George in a Miami Dolphins throwback jersey holding up a trash can, which is perfect for me as an Astros Dolphins fan. I was like, we got the trash can and we got the Dolphins jersey on. And yeah, because it was when he was with Williams, I think.
Yeah.
And I got that picture, and the James Bond villain photo, like it's just photo op or whatever that they show on the screen. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna rock with this guy. Wasn't my smartest decision, but I'm rocking him.
I was gonna say, to still be a George guy, I respect it.
It's so funny because it was mainly just like rooting against Lewis at the same time. Like all the Lewis fans, and like whenever George would beat Lewis, I'm like, Lewis is washed. Like, and it would just send everyone into a panic, like to tweet me.
Hold on. I asked what, like, when George won, I forget which race, when he won, and then I forgot what happened.
He was underweight and he got DQ'd.
He got DQ'd. Then Lewis took the win. How did you feel?
Oh, I was devastated because I was talking so much shit in our F1 chat. I was going off, and then they're like,
I thought it was absolutely hilarious because
that was bad.
To me, George is like the self-proclaimed contender. Like he wants to be up there with all the big guys, but all his wins he literally like looks into. He was up there and he'll be like third, like he'll do podium, fourth, fifth. He'll be right there, so that if something happens, like what was it, Austria when Max and Lando collided and Lando DNF'd and Max had that puncture. George was right there, like, all right, I got the win.
It's all mine now.
All his wins are like. Somebody crashed and he took it.
Because he won Brazil like the year before, right?
No,
he won Brazil at some point. I can't remember.
Max won like everything in 2023.
So maybe it was 22 that George won
Wasn't
Brazil.
It like Sainz was the only non-Red Bull driver?
Yeah, Sainz was the only non-Red Bull driver to win in 2023.
The rest was Max and then Checo.
Max and Checo. Man, talk about Checo.
Poor Checo, man.
He'll be back next year. He'll be back next year with Cadillac.
He will be.
The rumors are already there, and the signs are all pointing to it.
Bro, this is why I can't wait for this pod.
Yeah,
Y'all know
I can talk. I'm telling you, for me to be a F1 fan as short of a time as I have been, I could talk F1 for hours.
I'm excited for this season, though.
Yeah, this season's gonna be nuts. As a Max fan, I'm actually nervous because
you should be.
I doubt Max. It's just I don't know what the hell Red Bull's gonna do with their car. Like
McLaren turned into a rocket ship at the last half of the last season.
And everything I've read, like McLaren and Ferrari are like, we don't give a shit. We know what this season's fixing to be, and the cars completely changed next year, so they are completely like all in. Like they just did everything they could to completely change their cars to be like, if we thought this upgrade was going to be good last year, fuck it, let's do it now. And they're both of them are just completely all in on their cars.
Which
if
is
there was a year for Lewis to get 8th, it's this year.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I think Lewis and Charles are going to take points away from each other.
Yeah, that's going to be a weird dynamic. Like, who's going to be?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I've been asking. Every Lewis and Charles fan, I asked them, I'm like, what do y'all think's going to happen? Because Charles is like their golden egg. Like they brought him from the bottom.
They try to talk like, we're going to be fun. No, they're going to take points away from each other, and it's going to be very fun to watch.
I want to see.
It's going to be like McLaren.
I want to see what the relationship does. What happens to the relationship between Ferrari and Charles if they start to favor Lewis? Because Charles don't know what to do, man. Like he's their golden egg. It's going to be weird. It's going to be so weird.
It's going to be weird because it's like McLaren.
Yeah. But except for like McLaren, they could easily go either way with the drivers. Like, Lando's should be the favorite because he showed more
number one.
Yeah, numbers
because he's
last
just
season.
Been there
but
longer.
Honestly, I was saying this all last year, even throughout the the championship fight where Lando at that point's getting close to Max. I figured Max was still going to win it, but I said I think
Oscar.
what's the other McLaren driver? Yeah, Piastri wins a championship before Lando does.
I'd agree with that. I think he's the better driver.
Yeah, overall he's going to be the better driver. He just needs the experience and being in a top car like he is now.
I don't think people realize how young he is. Really young.
Yeah, he's what, 22?
Damn.
Something like that. I mean, these guys, they get into F1 at like 16, 17. The driver now is Kimi Antonelli. He's 17 and some change. If he wins a race in like the first like 5 races, I think it is this year, he breaks Max's record as the youngest driver to ever win a race. So I think he has like 5 or 6 weeks to try to do it. I don't know if Mercedes is there with their car, but that'd be something to see.
Give me somebody this season who's going to have like a breakout season. Like they're going to go from like not really in contention to like contention.
Yuki.
Yes.
You know what? I don't know if we can say
If
that
Yuki
this year
was
with
in
Yuki.
Red Bull, most definitely.
I think Yuki's gonna leave the Racing Bulls after this year because his contract will be up. If not this year, next year. You put him in a contending car, Yuki will be up there.
He's good.
Yuki is. A lot of people don't, because he's been racing for Visa Cash App for years now, and he hasn't really had the chance to. And my opinion is he should have gotten the seat over Liam Lawson this year for Red Bull, but what are we doing?
Yeah, in between periods, need to talk about something.
Outside of Yuki, it's going to be hard to choose.
No Matthew Kachuck for the rest of the game's going to suck.
So he is, yeah.
We got to own the neutral zone.
Yeah.
What are we doing? So what is the Norris Trophy?
Best defenseman.
Best defensive? Okay.
Austin, we got you. I have been pounding this F1 drum. I'm a casual, but with these guys, I'm going to turn into a fan.
For some local NASCAR? Look, I'm down. I love motorsports.
Don't.
I'm a big F1 guy, but I'll follow all motorsports if I could.
NASCAR is actually sick.
Yeah, so I think I watched the end of the 500 last year. I didn't watch it last weekend, but I watched the end of the 500 last year. That shit was nuts.
And I watched the end this year. That was absolutely insane. Last lap, huge crash, and I forgot who won, but just right into the lead and won the last lap. I'm not a big NASCAR guy, but I'm trying to get into it.
If you want to learn more, there's a Netflix series from 2024. It's 5 episodes, but it goes through the whole season, and a handful of guys. It's just Drive to Survive, basically. But helped me like kind of understand NASCAR more, just like Drive to Survive did with F1. Like I just
I think I've seen it. I've been meaning to watch it. I haven't.
Yeah. Oh.
Here we go.
Come on.
Here we go. Oh my God.
That's a good save. That's what I'm talking about. When you own the neutral zone, you get good rushes.
Yeah. They've been playing great defense. It's a good back check from McCarr. Couldn't get to the forehand.
Mm.
Can we win a face-off?
They were doing better in the second.
One thing that was pissing me off early in the tournament was these refs taking the guys out of the circle.
Yeah, they got a lot better at it.
Like,
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
damn.
I mean, I love that we're getting those chances, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you
Gotta
got to
bury
capitalize.
you got to bury it.
Yeah, because if they lose, we're just gonna look at all those moments.
On my first NHL game, we drove up to Anaheim on like a Tuesday night. It was like a Tuesday or Wednesday night. We drove up to Anaheim after work to catch the Ducks versus Wild game. My buddy was from Minnesota, so he's a huge Wild fan. He had his pregnant wife drive us. Got hammered at the
That's so
game.
bad.
Drove us back the whole way. He said the next morning she was just pissed off. We wouldn't shut up. I was like, look, man, that was my introduction to hockey. I didn't know how to act.
Junior, my first NHL game was Stanley Cup Final 2017, Game 3 in Nashville.
Stanley Cup final, your first game is nuts.
Yeah, my dad was doing a deal with a guy that did business in Nashville, and he had tickets for the game, and he's like, "I'm not going. Your son into hockey?" And he's like, "I'm sure he'll go if he wants."
Yeah.
And he was like, "It's upper bowl. It's like one of the last few rows in the stadium, but like, it's yours if you want to go." And I was like, "Yes, absolutely." Went to Broadway, got shit-faced before even walking in the arena, and went by myself to
Oh yeah.
Stanley Cup Game 3. They shit pumped the Penguins too. It was like 6-2, I think. Catfishes were thrown on the ice multiple times. It was
That's what I'm talking about.
like a come to Jesus meeting. I was like, yeah, I like
Yeah.
this sport a lot, actually. It turns out.
I followed the Wild for like 6 years because that used to be the Arrows' pro
Yeah.
affiliate. And then they just pissed me off so bad because they were like the Pittsburgh Steelers, and like they'll get to the playoffs, but then they just
First round
they
comes.
can never get over the hump. And then Dallas was making their runs, and I just like the way they play. And then they hit draft after draft after draft, and they branded into Texas hockey. And
Yeah.
so I was like, all right, perfect.
Yeah, you can get away with that.
Yeah.
I forget their slogans like one team.
One team, one state, or one state, one
state.
team.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Holy dude. Oh, good rip, JT.
Come on.
That's what we're doing with Clean Sheet of Ice, though. It's a Texas hockey podcast, so we're prepped for when Houston gets a team.
Oh yeah.
We'll be able to do both teams, same podcast. We'll have rivaling opinions as well at that point, maybe. Get a little rivalry going.
Oh.
Come on.
we could ever find another like Dallas Mavericks fan in Houston, I'd love to get like a diehard Rockets fan, Eric, and then a Mavs fan, and then just kind of let them throughout the whole NBA season just go at it about who's got the better Texas team. Because Eric will not shut up about this first.
Oh,
Oh my gosh!
wow. But Dom, we kind of have that on Zero Gravity. We got Josh in Houston, Rockets fan. Sheldon in Dallas, Rockets fan. Me in Dallas, Mavs fan. I don't think I'm ready to talk to Eric yet, though.
Dude.
How did we not get that in?
Oh, that would have been so nice.
Oh, it was Eichel, too. It was the right guy.
Yeah, dude, when we had that watch party, and it was like it was AD's first game. I was so miserable because the writing's on the wall that we're gonna get to the playoffs and probably get bounced in 5 games.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I keep telling Justin, I'm like, bro, I want to be all in with you, but you can see what this season's gonna be.
What I always
Like-
tell the Summit boys is this was the wait and see year. What do you have?
Yeah.
What do you need? And then you fix it in the offseason.
Yeah. I completely agree.
You've been outperforming what I thought you were going to do with an
Yeah,
objective
absolutely.
look on the season and what you had on the roster. I was like, they can win 45-ish plus games probably. Like they may be in the play-in with that in the West. And if they're in the play-in, like that's a success. Like you progressed a lot. And then y'all were the number 2 seed for a couple months there. So yeah. I mean,
we still went in the All-Star break, what, 4?
yeah, I think you're 4th right now. So it's not a bad season by any means. Like
Yeah.
if you get top 6, that's a huge win.
Yeah, we definitely overperformed already this year. Like, unless we just go into the second half and just completely like.
Yeah, if you miss the play-in,
blow away.
that would be bad.
Yeah.
Or even get in the play-in, that'd be really bad.
I think Jabari Smith comes back for the first time in how long?
You get Smith back, you get Van Fleet back.
Dude, I was at the Mavericks Rockets game when we were down by 1 with like 3 seconds left, and the ball gets kicked out to Van Vliet. Oh. It was New Year's Eve too.
Yeah.
I was like, ah.
Come on, boys.
Damn.
There's so much at stake. Like,
Dom, do you think
Canadian.
the Canadian team's like fairly close to what they'll bring to the Olympics next year?
For the most part, I think they go different. I think the only change they make is they for sure better not. They're going to change goalie, but outside of that, I think. Oh,
Block.
Hell of a block.
like someone's going to get fired in Hockey Canada if Bennington comes back. But
I mean, he's pretty much their best option. Or most experienced option. That's still good. Great block from Slavin.
great block. Like I hope Harley's not like a replacement and like on the roster. And
Yeah, I think he's on your third D pairing next year. I think that's how good he's going to be the end of this year and the end of next year.
like if there's changes, it's more of like the older guys on the roster, like
Because I think for US, I think they get a little bit younger, like Caulfield or Robo, instead of Kreider and whoever, Nelson. But
a guy I expected, maybe he is having a decent year, but I expected to have like a breakout year was Clayton Keller in Utah. I've been high on him forever, but there's just like something missing with him right now this season.
yeah, like he's a sick player. Like he's very good, but
It'd be fun for you to make the play. I don't know where they're at in the standings, but
yeah, I don't think they're making it
This is their first year, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
in Utah. Yeah,
But they're just called the hockey team or whatever random.
They're
Hockey
very
club.
not. It's not really 1-to-1 comparison, but they're very Houston Rockets-ish.
do they still for expansion team? Jeez. Do the draft where they pick from like other teams? Isn't that what they did with Vegas when they first came in?
The expansion draft.
Yeah, the expansion draft.
Yeah, and like so, one thing that kind of sucks for Houston is they're probably going to change the rules on it
I
because
thought that's what I heard. I wasn't sure if Utah did that or not.
no. So Utah took they basically just took Arizona and moved
Yeah, they
them.
relocated.
That's okay. That's right.
So they took the entire roster, which I like their roster. They're just not ready to win right now.
I was hoping they would come here.
Yeah, that's why I guess I started getting invested into like their roster, just because there was a possibility. So in 2019 or 2018, they moved the Coyotes from the like west to the central, and so a lot of people thought, well, they're moving to the central, so that if they have to leave, Houston would be in the
Fine,
central.
yeah.
And then it just Gary Bettman, for whatever reason, let Ryan Smith take the team without even letting Tillman inquire about it. But yeah, like they have like Dylan Gunther, Logan Cooley,
Yeah, they got some good players.
Vejmelka. Like he's not known for being great, but he plays really good games every now and then.
Do you think Fertitta was like, I don't want a relocation. I would rather have a expansion team?
From what I gathered, he was upset that like because he was taking meetings with Gary. Gary Bettman came to Rock in 2022, I think. They've long discussed like this happening, but I just think Ryan Smith saw an opportunity and said, "However it takes." And at the time, $1 billion for an NHL team sounded like a lot. Like I forgot how much Seattle cost, but it was not $1 billion. And when he heard the price tag, like I think Ryan Smith just basically said, "I'm going to get the team," and it happened. Like they didn't want to leave Arizona.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
was
that
following that for a while.
their owners suck.
Yeah, they moved one of the college
Yeah.
spots for a while.
Yeah,
He wasn't paying hotel bills.
Yeah,
And they were staying at like Holiday Inns and not like the Four Seasons like the rest of the NHL.
Crazy.
I know that's when I really started to look into it again.
like have you ever been to the Fertitta Center, UH basketball? So that's bigger than the arena that they were playing NHL games in.
Crazy.
Imagine LeBron James playing in the Fertitta Center. Like that's what was happening. Like Austin Matthews, Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid played the last regular season game for the Coyotes against the Coyotes. Like it was just, it was a bad look for the league. They have been having stadium issues ever since they got to Arizona.
Yeah.
Like 20 years, they couldn't get a stadium, and it was time to go. But they pulled the rug on them within like a matter of weeks to where I don't know. I think they want Houston as an expansion because Utah, there's nothing in Utah.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to go to the games. You can build buzz around a team with an expansion draft.
Yeah.
You can build buzz around a team with hopefully one day having a stadium series with Dallas, which would be sick. But I think that's why they want Houston as an expansion. Is because it's going to take a lot of work to get like the youth hockey scene.
Which is funny because like I've never heard of an NHL player coming from Utah.
Yeah.
But it makes so much sense why they would be able to get a team and start the youth programs and all that kind of stuff. There's a good spot for it, but it's like I don't know anyone from Salt Lake or anything in the NHL.
Like I think at least when they originally got the team, there was talks about another arena for because I think they're going to get the Winter Olympics. I think like Gary Bettman saw it as an opportunity. Like if we put a team there prematurely, it'll help the taxpayers kind of warm up to the idea of getting another building.
Yeah.
Because that building that they're in sucks. The Delta Center.
Yeah. Was it 14,000?
That's what pissed me off when Utah got the team. I was like, dude, if you have to move a team, we have a building right today that's like turnkey.
Yeah.
And
haven't they already started the renovations to put ice into it?
Yeah, they put the ice plant back. Yeah, it's already in there.
Is it?
Yeah.
I know. I saw that they were working on it. I don't know if it was done yet.
Like they're ready to go.
Just the price tag now.
Yeah.
And the agreement on expansion from the rest of the owners.
Yeah.
I
feel like it's nuts that Houston doesn't have a team though. Like already, like how does? Like again, we're in the South, and so like hockey's really not that prominent. But Houston being as big as it is,
that's what also pisses me off is, it's like the worst kept secret that they're going to add one more division.
They need to.
That's 4 teams. They're going to add 4 teams.
Yeah.
And any other city that like they're talking about, minus New Orleans, who just got into the mix, they've already had a team.
Yeah.
The only city where it's like you're expanding into a new
market.
Arizona, they've had a team. Atlanta, they've had a team.
Yeah, I know. Like they're saying, Houston and Atlanta should be the next 2 when it comes to expansion. But.
So I talked to a guy that hosts a radio show in Atlanta, and every other week I hop on like a Twitter Spaces with him, and he was telling me they have 2 groups that are competing with each other, and one group has like the capability to put in $2 billion. The group can only get to 1.5 billion, but the 1.5 billion group wants to build the rink downtown Atlanta. The $2 billion one wants to put it next to the baseball stadium.
Why wouldn't they just go to State Farm Arena?
I don't know.
Because it's already downtown, right next to Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Oh, that was scary.
92 miles an hour.
And so, like, the way he laid it out to me was the group that only has 1.5 billion.
Yeah.
Their arena and their plan is a lot better than the other arena plan, but they don't have the money. Yeah.
NHL's asking what 2.2.
Yeah, what Des said, like I was close to what I was hearing, and what I am hearing is like it's just a negotiation. Like,
yeah,
we're getting a team. They
need to come to an agreement.
Yeah, and 2.5 billion is a little like that's.
Yeah,
but I think they'll get to around 2. Like I think it'll be at least 2.
Yeah, I think the original bid was 2-1. So I think it'll end up settling at like 2-3.
And it's an incredible investment because, like every team, I think the last when looked at like the numbers and everything, there's not a single team below $1 billion in valuation now, which is huge for hockey.
Yeah.
And that's including the new Utah franchise who they were like losing money, and now they're worth $1 billion. Like the business of hockey is like doing really well, and if you're Tillman, like not going to get cheaper in the next round. Like when they get to 34, 35, and 36, that price tag's going to be crazy. That could get to 2.5.
Yeah. So say they come to an agreement soon. How early are we looking at? Like 2027 probably?
So I know
Really
a guy
early.
in Arizona that he thinks they have a good shot at getting like the 35th and 36th team. He thinks their timeline is like 32.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
I think my best, like perfect world, 2 seasons, and then you get one like 29, 30.
Okay.
If there's like fumbling, 32 is like the last year we go without hockey.
It just seems so far away.
Yeah, I think that the announcement comes like 2027 Winter Classic time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like beginning of 2027 is kind of when they announce like, hey, we're doing 2 expansion teams. Here are the cities. And then after that, then the whole social media and merchandise and all that kind of stuff starts after that.
Yeah. And
So then it'd be like 28 or 29 probably.
So in the current CBA, which they're redoing, like it's gonna expire, and they're pretty confident they're gonna get a new one. They're confident they're gonna get a new CBA done, but in the current one, any expansion fee goes straight to the owner's pockets. The players don't get any; they don't get a penny. And if you don't see that change, like the owners fought for that because they knew expansion was going to happen.
Yeah.
And if they get in there, I think that's like a telltale sign that within like 10 months, 12 months, we get
the announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they've already agreed on the salary cap for the next 3 seasons. It's going to jump $25 million over the next 3 seasons, which is huge. But the fact that they've already agreed on that makes me think that the CBA isn't going to be like a huge issue. Like a lockout possibility and all that kind of stuff doesn't concern me now that the salary cap numbers have already been signed off on.
Yeah, so there was like a lot of free agents that were like, in hockey, it's really common if you're a star to sign an 8-year deal. But a lot of them, like this year and next year, were like kind of wait to get the number of the salary cap.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And now we're like really big contract. Like in hockey, 8 million, 10 million, 12 million, that's a huge contract. But I think we're going to see like eventually like a $20 million a year contract.
It'll be McDavid.
Yeah.
He'll get like 16 or so
It's
on
so
his next
crazy
deal.
to see like the difference in money when it comes to sports. You got baseball stars like Bregman just signed for $4 million a year. Like,
yeah, the 4th biggest contract in baseball.
Yeah, and then you got these guys playing for like $8 million a year, just beating the hell out of each other.
It's crazy. Like when I see like the Stars will extend a guy, like a really good player, and it's like $1 or $2 million. Like, what?
Yeah. I mean, we have one of the top 5 defensemen in the NHL, Miro Heiskanen, and he's at $8.5 million.
That's nuts. It's so insane.
What kind of money do F1 guys make?
50.
Let's put it this way.
Stupid money.
Let's just put it this way. Max Verstappen bought another jet and a yacht in the offseason. Granted, he's 4-time champion, you know.
Yeah.
I think
He's
Lewis's
there's
last year with Mercedes was like $80 million.
Yes.
Damn.
His last year. That's it.
and
Verstappen's
that's not
making
including
50.
like sponsors and shit.
Nope.
Because a lot of these guys, the sponsors that are on the cars are for that driver.
Oh,
Like
really?
when Sergio Perez left Red Bull,
Dude.
their sponsors left with him. Like there's a couple of sponsors that left with him. Like when they change teams, you'll see sometimes those sponsors like Carlos Sainz. When Ferrari dumped him and he went to Williams, a couple of his sponsors followed him to Williams. Like some sponsors are obviously like tied to teams, but there's a lot of these guys that have their own sponsors.
Like you're saying about Checo. I mean, he is
That's what was a
Mexico's
big deal
golden child.
with his career contract last year, where Red Bull probably should have dropped him sooner, but they didn't because they were holding on to some of the sponsors, and there was a chance of him getting dropped like early, like mid-season, and it didn't happen because word on the street is some big official in Mexico was like, hold up. If you drop him, Mexico Grand Prix hasn't happened yet. What's going to happen to those ticket sales? And so Red Bull kept him on longer, and they just kept him to the end of the season. So like in October, he could have left, and he ended up riding out the rest of the season instead.
He is Mexico's golden child. He's the most successful Mexican driver in F1 history.
Yep. I'm telling you, man. I want to see Pato in F1.
Dude, I would love. Come on.
Let's go. Oh, what was that?
Like in the last Mexican Grand Prix in practice, and they showed him doing drives around with the car.
Yeah,
that was like, that's so cool.
I saw he did an interview for a podcast with someone. I don't remember who it was. He straight up said, if I'm not in an F1 car, if in an F1 seat by like 2026, 2027, he's like, I'm done. He said, I won't race F1. So,
because he's a little bit older, right?
Yeah, he's been racing Indy for a while. He races under McLaren, so
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see what happens. I could see. I don't think it does happen, but I could see Cadillac pulling the dual Mexicans. That'd be insane.
Be pretty sick.
So, I think the drivers isn't like Austin like one of their favorite.
Yeah, a lot of drivers.
Because Austin is more of a classic track. Like they go to some of these places like Miami, Vegas. They go to
I heard the Vegas one.
Baku. Like they're all street races, and then some of these tracks where like they go to like Spa, like Belgium and stuff like that. Like they're classics. But when it comes to Austin was the only one for a while. Yeah, and it's more of a classic track because they do more than just F1 there.
Ooh. Hell of a save.
That was horrifying.
So yeah, they live in Austin because that was their American like fan base for the longest. What a save! How big are those gloves? They're big.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah. I'll put my hand next to Otter's next time I can do it at practice and send a picture. It's alarmingly large.
I don't. They might. There might be 1.5 to double the size of like an outfield glove.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just the sheer width of it is. Like this on my head.
It's so funny seeing Altuve in the outfield with that gigantic glove.
Yeah. Especially because he don't have his own custom glove. It's Jordan's.
Is it really?
Yeah, he's been using Jordan's while he's still waiting on his outfield glove to come in.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I saw somebody post it in, like, there was a clip where he was running, like, he was on the side with Jordan, and him and Jordan were talking. He had this huge-ass glove.
That's funny.
That's Jordan.
6'5" man versus 5'6" man.
Altuve going into left field, and he's like, I don't think I'm the one to be giving defensive tips. Oh,
Get it out.
get it out. No.
Oh, you gotta
Get it out.
Get it out.
Get it out of the zone. Good ice.
Jesus.
This game was always going to OT.
I was a little kid, but it feels like when I was watching Tech USC and Texas was down by like 10 points with like, I think, 8 minutes left in the fourth.
Rose Bowl. What a game.
Here we go.
Jesus. Do we get a full intermission here? We do, don't we? Because it goes 20 minutes.
Yeah, they do.
We're going to be on stream till midnight, boys.
How does overtime work? Is it first to
goal?
First to score?
Yeah, unlimited overtime. So 20-minute periods, just like you watch the first 3 periods, but first goal wins it. Golden goal.
Regular season NHL can play like 5 minutes,
Yeah.
3-on-3. And then if there's no score, then they go to a shootout.
Just speeds the game up.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's so grueling to play.
Yeah.
But honestly, like the 3-on-3, there's so much empty, like space to skate. It gets, you win the puck and then you take it down.
Yeah, I don't mind the regular season OT rules.
I do like this scoring system in this tournament. So in the regular season, it's 2 points for a win. You get a point if you get to overtime and you lose, and then no points if you lose. But in this tournament, I think it's 3 points for a regulation win, 2 points for an overtime win, and 1 point for an overtime loss.
Yeah, I like the scoring system a lot.
Because if the Stars had this system, how
Get
many
a lot more
regular
points.
Yeah, with how many regulation wins they have. I need Austin Matthews.
That would be
Get us
huge. A Matthews OT goal would send this place into oblivion.
I'll take an Eichel too.
Yeah, I'll take anyone.
There are NBA games today?
Yeah,
There are some.
they went back in full force today.
Rockets play tomorrow and Saturday, right?
Not a Rockets fan.
I know they for sure play tomorrow.
Yeah, they didn't play today. So
If there
They
was
might play too.
if there was a Houston team, well, the Texans already got new jerseys, but I wouldn't mind some new Rockets jerseys.
My
they
problem
keep
with
changing
Rockets,
them.
my problem with Rockets
Yeah.
gear is that as big as I am, they never have my size when I go. I can never get any of the jerseys.
No, they keep getting these new Nike jerseys every year. And every once in a while, I'm like, oh, I like that one. And before I know it, the next year has come by and they're just gone.
That green one sucked.
And
Really?
the
I
San
liked it.
Diego
The
throwback.
San
I liked
Diego
it.
one?
I got
Oh,
I got that
I mean,
one.
I liked it. It wasn't like my favorite, but I liked it. But I don't know why we would go back to San Diego and there's like so many throws we could have done that would have been like even better.
Just rock the McDonald's jerseys and call it a day.
Exactly.
That's my favorite. Well,
There are too many good jerseys from the past that we just have not gone back to.
McDonald's ones are the best ones.
just wait till the Astros bring back their brick red for their City Connects this year.
That'd be
Yeah,
interesting.
Throw the city in a
So many
spiral.
people
Dude.
hate them, but I
That,
don't like them.
those Adidas Texas
Oh, those are
jerseys.
so bad.
It wasn't just them. There was 4 teams. It was
Yeah.
like
It was
Kansas,
like,
A&M, and 2 others. I can't remember. And I'm so glad Mississippi State didn't get one because I would have been irate. That if we had to wear one of those out there.
I think they're Adidas too. I think Mississippi State's Adidas.
Who is?
Mississippi State? Are they
Yeah,
Adidas?
yeah, we're Adidas, and it's miserable, but they've done a decent job in the last couple of years. But I mean, our best ones are the Nike ones from 1999. So
They got
98, 99.
their baseball jersey. The black baseball jersey goes hard.
Yeah.
We have some great baseball jerseys. Baseball, we've got down pat. Every other sport, it's not great. Could always be better.
Yeah, whoever hits this game winner, it's gonna be an ugly looking goal. It's gonna be like just a ping pong pinball.
Like Brady's
just-
in the first?
Yeah.
I mean, literally
gonna be
like
greasy.
90% of the goals in this game.
But I mean, this is everything you ask for in best on best. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, getting an OT game in the final with Canada and US is everything the NHL could have hoped for and everything that fans could have hoped for.
this whole tournament, there was like 2 stinkers. Not they were like just they got carried away at the end, where like U.S. started destroying Finland, but like there's been like I think at least 2 or 3 overtime games. 2, I think.
Finland and Sweden, Canada, Sweden,
Canada
and Finland, Sweden, right?
yeah.
So it's all.
Yeah.
It was 3 of the games. U.S. hasn't been. This is the first one that U.S. has been a part of.
Right. Like it's hard to make a basketball jersey, but that
Yeah, that was terrible.
was
It's so bad.
like was their mission to make a practice jersey?
Like, who okayed it? Like, who looked at him and been like, yeah, this good.
That is the question. It's so unbelievably bad.
My dad hates the City Connect extras.
The Space
The
City?
Space City?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just doesn't like the pants. He like the jersey,
The
but
pants
okay.
are valid,
pants.
yeah.
See,
Yeah, that's my qualm.
listen, the pants only look good when they wear the stirrups. Like Altuve has the high socks. Like that's when they look good because the socks help complete it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like Jordan, where it's just like where he wears his pants so low and it's just all blue, then I understand why people don't like it. I know
Could've been better.
the socks for me were a big selling point.
The yeah.
They're like sunrise. Yeah, like
Yeah, I wonder what they do this year.
I've heard they're going to be white, and then I've heard rumors that it's going to include brick red. I could be completely wrong, but I keep hearing white.
I would
hate white
love.
I mean, I love them, but I hate them at the same time.
I would love the navies, the navy and golds.
These, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
it's my favorite ones.
I love these.
I never liked the Hunter Pence era when like they were using like the pinstripe uniforms and like the hat. But then like when we switched and went to our like the ones we have now, I was like, man, I hated those for no. Like I don't love them, but I hated on them for no reason.
I actually just bought me a throwback brick red jersey from someone. They have an old, what was the brand?
Majestic.
Yeah, Majestic brick red. No name
Yeah,
on the back. I was
That's
like, sold.
that's pretty solid. I've got the Black Hat Club brick red World Series 2005 with the pink bottom.
Yeah. And hat creators love using the 05 patch. And it looks so good when they do the colors right, but it's
They
just,
do.
it's just a terrible patch to look back on memories of.
Yeah,
It's painful, but it's still a cool hat, so I rock it.
I think the White Sox is like one of the highest selling hats like ever.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You think it'd be like the Yankees or Dodgers?
I think the Yankees is too.
Yeah, Yankees, Dodgers, Red Sox, White Sox, and I think the Astros are right there too.
The Astros are up there.
I got a friend that collects like minor league hats, and
You got a Trash Panda one yet?
he does have.
It's my hometown, baby.
He got so bad to where he got like a small like 8x8 storage unit because that's how many hats he had.
You know, a lot of people that I know in the hat community here in Houston, or they have in their house, they have rooms dedicated to their hats.
That's insane.
A
My
buddy of mine,
closet's
he
pretty
has a
rough,
whole
but-
room, and he has built-in. They got like the built-in like shelves, all like both sides of his wall. He's got like, then he decked it out to be like a man cave, so he's got like seats from like Minute Maid in there and shit. Just hats, there's hats everywhere. I'm like, man, this is insane.
My closet's pretty rough. It's everywhere. I have hats everywhere. It's a little bit of
Yeah,
a
I
problem.
have an organizer that I use for my hats, and like as I wear them throughout the week, I'll just put them on the chair that I have at the end of my bed, and they just stack up. So eventually, I have to put them up, and then I
Yep.
start the process over again.
Yeah, he told me like I think Hat Club was the name of it, and Hat Club is like
This is my hat collection. It's September. It's growing a little bit.
It's grown a little.
God.
bit.
dude.
It's gotten bigger. Like it got too heavy, and I guess one of my dogs bumped it or something and collapsed on me. I had to redo it and kind of, fix it up a little bit.
Jesus, man, that's like 200, 300 hats.
It's probably about 350, 4 somewhere around there now.
No, when
I
I
had a more
moved
recent-
Dallas, I got rid of probably 60, 70 hats
What? No.
because I was just like, I don't wear these anymore. That's okay.
When Stone said he went to that F1, he's like, I waited to get a hat.
I did.
That's what I was saying when I was so working at Checo got released too, because I was like, my friend had just gotten me the Checo hat for Red Bull on my birthday, and a month later he was released, and he was cut, and I was like, great, first like hat I get once, and it's Checo.
See, I haven't bought any driver hats, but I've gone on New Era and bought a few Red Bull fitteds.
Mhm.
I've got the first year of Miami Lewis hat, so it looks like the ocean, like kind of that teal ocean look. It's a good hat. OT boys.
Man, the podium hats for Austin were actually super dope. They had like the Pirelli obviously on the side, and were denim, and then the patch was like a brown leather. It actually looked really cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what's going to be fun about this rivalry is like Team Canada is going to get Bedard when he's ready. Like Celebrini. US will get Will Smith when he's ready. Like,
yeah, there's plenty of solid dudes on both sides that haven't played this tournament.
Here we go.
I think I was listening to Bill Simmons, but they were talking about like who's going to be the next star once like KD and LeBron. It's right now you really can't like confidently. I mean, there's some guys, but you can't really confident like that guy's going to be like Kobe one day.
It really isn't. You just have a bunch of like superstars, but you don't have like one that's like the face of the league.
Yeah, I think that's the nature of the NBA getting better. There's not, and a lot of that is to do with social media and League Pass and all that kind of stuff. Like everybody gets to watch everybody now.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have the phenomenon of LeBron or Steph coming into the league and being great for that team. And like, you don't have like, of course there's local fans and everything, but it's getting more so towards the younger kids just liking a certain player and not a certain team, which I think hurts the NBA and having like the face of the league kind of per se.
Oh my! Honestly, MLB like they got a bunch of young studs.
I think like what helps the NBA like not have, I guess, helps them that the era of like super teams has kind of died down too.
Yeah, you can get 2 stars, but not 3 anymore.
Yeah.
For the most part. Well, I guess Phoenix tried and it didn't work out. Too many.
They got it.
Or do they call icing? They call icing?
They call it icing. There's no way.
No.
Oh my God! He barely.
I don't even think about that for so long.
Dude.
They had like 7 guys on the ice. That's so many guys on the ice.
Man, Jamie Benn would have found a way to get that call.
No, he wouldn't have. They hate us.
God, he's fast. Jeez. God damn. Oh, shit. It's like a life goal of mine to see McDavid play at least once because, like, I watch every Stars game and, like, Stankoven is so much faster in person. And if McDavid's fast, oh, you got to like bury one of those.
They've had so many in the third. They had so many just then. Fuck.
Come on. What's it called when like dudes are? Boy, came in overtime.
Matthews almost had it, man.
What's it called when like dudes are playing like 2K and like they're like,
Oh, they sit up the
yeah. We should have buried an overtime winner, but
Get the next one.
What up?
Dexy. What's up, bud?
USA.
Let's go.
okay, we got the crowd in a little bit better. Put it in. Come on. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
dude, that was okay. I gotta give it up. Like I have been harsh on Bennington, but that was nasty. Gee, what up?
How?
Oh, oh, that was, dude. You're not gonna find much better save than that. Oh man,
The stretch.
It's crazy if this is their break.
come on,
Jesus.
dude. You're standing on his head. Yeah, they've been pretty.
Nice.
All Sundays.
Yeah, these legs are starting to. I'm starting to get taxed. Good turnover.
Man.
You the game today?
It was Team USA versus Colombia.
Oh, okay.
We won 2-0.
Oh, really?
Was it a friendly or?
She Believes Cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't. Netflix kept offering
I
tickets.
think he
but
was
didn't
on.
get it.
He was on TV somewhere. I think it was on HBO Max.
Yeah, there was another game at like 4 p.m. or something. It might have been like Australia, Japan, or something like that. And then we played. And then next weekend they'll be in San Diego. Good game. Do it. I've never heard any of these names in my life. Other than CrossFit.
That's okay, Dex. We'll get you dialed in.
I know who the hell the Kachuck brothers are now.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good pass. Beat him.
He didn't get it.
Yeah, boo.
We got a good luck dog.
Oh. Bro, I'm about to.
Jesus.
That was scary. No shit.
Wow.
Of course.
Wow.
Way to let your country down, boys. Damn.
That sucks.
Trump's America.
You're starting to get that. Yeah.
They had opportunity after opportunity, and they just couldn't capitalize.
Damn.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. Wait, this is awesome. Every sport should do this. Well,
That hurts.
Can we still play Freebird?
Next year.
NFL World Cup tournament in the
What
future.
other the USA would just dominate?
God damn it. I mean, Bennington made one of the best saves I've seen in a long time. Like,
Eat some crow. Don't you know?
All right, boys. I'm gonna head out. That sucked.
Yep.
Hell of a game. It was a great hockey game.
Great game.
yeah, that was a
Yeah.
really good
Great
game.
game.
Really good tournament.
Great tournament,
And,
yeah.
let's just fast forward to next year.
Yeah, Olympics are gonna be nuts.
Olympics is next year.
Yep.
Let's get a
It's gonna be
Stars
sick.
Cup first.
I
All
got
right,
a
boys.
1-year contract. They got to make it happen, or else I'm terminating my
All right.
contract.
Great stream. Fuck Canada.
Back to World Baseball
Yeah, World
Classic.
Baseball
There you go.
Classics next year.
Tough loss, but that'll do
FIFA
it for
World Cup
everybody
next
here.
year too. Plenty of chances to work for USA.
Appreciate everybody coming in.
Yeah,
Yep.
great game.
Love the game of hockey, and that was the best on best. And
I mean, like you said, this tournament has been great for hockey. I mean, a lot of eyes on the game.
Yeah, I mean, as a casual hockey fan, like this how you grow the game. I mean, stuff like this. NHL to Houston soon is gonna help. I mean, yeah,
yeah,
man.
well, that'll do it. It's 10:30,
sure.
and now I got to make a miserable trek home. But
Yeah.
appreciate you guys stopping by. It was fun live stream, and